Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply. In this video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood number SP1003. This is a mounting kit for their several and many different styles of pull handles. On all of their pull handles, there are lots of different variations of mounting types. Mounting types are determined based on the pole that's being mounted, the quantity of that pole that's being mounted, whether or not they're surface mounted or through bolted or mounted back to back, the material that it's being mounted to, the door type, the door composition, or whatever it could be. It could be casework, the thickness of all of that material, etc. This happens to be what would likely be a Type 12 would be this mount. Yeah, it is. Type 12 from Rockwood is going to be a 1/4-20 bolt with a decorative cap that you'll see. So if you're going to mount a handle through bolted, you can have a flat head 1/4-20 bolt that will run through the door with a countersunk or finish washer. So to some people that's not very decorative, whereas if you go to a Type 12, the prior is a Type 1. A Type 12 would be this decorative cap that you see here. Okay, that threaded rod, that 1/4-20 threaded rod, that should be 2 1/4 maybe 2 7/16 length. Yeah, right on. 2 1/2. That's going to thread into your cap. Okay, that entire operation will go through the door and thread into the back of your handle. Okay, there's a black dot there. That is a little hole that's intended for use with a spanner wrench, is why that's there. And if you were to search the site for spanner wrench, or I should say Rockwood spanner, that doesn't work because there are other terms. Rockwood spanner wrench would get you there, and we'll put a link below this video to the spanner wrench. If you wanted to purchase that separately, you certainly could. But this would be intended for a spanner wrench. That is a wrench that will have a little hook or a nib that will fit into that hole, and as you turn it, or clockwise or counterclockwise, depending on tightening or loosening, you'll get to install or remove from the door. Now this is in the US32DMS. That is stainless steel, and this has a MicroShield on it. Well, that's steel. This cap is going to be stainless, and it will have a MicroShield on it, which is a treatment that's done to the surface of the material that is intended and meant to eliminate, prevent, thoroughly discourage the growth of any bacteria, film, microbes on the surface of the hardware. Okay, hospital situations are of course going to use MicroShield all the time, and you can get MicroShield from many different manufacturers, but it's all the same stuff. When you want to treat the surface of your hardware, stainless steel, with an additional significant layer of protection, that's what you do. You go with a MicroShield. There is a link below this video to the MicroShield document that is there. Okay, that link to the spanner wrench is in the table that's down below, is where you'll be able to pick that item up should you want to purchase that separately. Okay, so this decorative cap, a couple of basic dimensions for you. This is going to be available 1-inch diameter, about 3/8 thick. You're going to be able to do this item in a 1/4-20, which is a Type 12 mount, the SP1003. You can do it in a 5/16 18, which would be an SP1055, which would be a Type 12 HD mount. You can also do this in a SP1041, which would be a 3/8 16 bolt, which would be a Type 12 XHD. If you were ordering the handles separately. If you're doing new installations with handles, I very much encourage you to not order the 1/4-20. We sell replacement bolts for Rockwood, for all of their mount types. In not all instances is there 1/4-20, 5/16 18, or 3/8 16. But when we sell replacement bolts, it's the thinner of all of the material. If this is going into a restaurant, a bar, something with high traffic, get the thickest mount possible is the bottom line. There's nothing special about the steel that this threaded rod is made of. It's just going to be a low-grade steel, and it will, bend and succumb with use over time. So I would encourage you to consider, when you order the handles originally, order it with the greatest diameter, so it's the most heaviest of duty, especially if you have high volume on your project. There are some manufacturers that only do a 3/8 size, or there's at least one that I'm thinking of on their handles. So that table down below shows you the other variants of the through bolts, along with that spanner wrench. There is a link to the MicroShield, and there is also a link to the product brochure that's there, that's going to allow you to review the different mounts for through bolt installations. Then also, if you have need for a door thickness that's other than 1 3/4, indicate that in the comment field. We can generally, but not always, accommodate thicker doors at no additional charge, but be sure to indicate your door thickness if it's other than 1 3/4. If it's 1 3/4 door, you don't have to notate, and if you've not notated it, the length of that rod's going to be about 2.5 1 3/4 door. They want about 1/2 of an inch into your pull handle, then about 1/4 inch into that cap. Finally, there's a link below this video to the manufacturer's page where you can pull up not only all of the Rockwood products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Any questions on the Rockwood SP1003 US32DMS through bolt type 12 mount is what it would be, or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.